Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world. Today I'm going to share another technique with you using the gilded leafing from the 2021 January through June mini catalogue. I've already shared several with you, and so you can go look out for those. Basically it comes in this gorgeous pot. This is my second pot that I'm on at the moment. And I like to use it from in a container like this. I find that it gives you more control and you can work a little bit quicker. So let's get started on doing this. So I'm going to need some paper, and I'm going to need my silicone mat and my piece of white cardstock. Now I'm using white cardstock at this time, but you could use anything because it's going to be completely covered up. This is the adhesive sheet. It's basically very thin, double-sided adhesive. And I'm going to be working on my silicone mat because this will not stick to it. I want to try and keep my fingers as much off of the adhesive as I possibly can. And then I'm going to take the second piece and I'm going to butt it up against the first piece like this. Try not to have a gap. And then my last piece will go on the bottom here. Again, just trying to make sure it's butted up as close as I can make it. I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure that I've got a good seal, or particularly around the edges. And then we're going to pick up, and you can see that it comes off. The adhesive is still on this backing paper and not on my mat, so that's why it's such a good thing to have to use this. And then we're just going to gently peel the backing paper off. Like that. To get rid of that somewhere safe so it doesn't stick onto something important. And then this piece come off, my second piece. Oh, it's being a bit, there we go. And then my last piece. I'm going to try and keep my fingers off of the adhesive as much as I can now it's on the card. There. And then I'm going to lay it back down on here. Now I've got my pieces of designer series paper, and I've used two different designs, so they're kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the ones that have got the most detail to be facing this way. So I think this one, and so this one is actually, I'm going to use the back. And I quite like that little flower, so I'm going to flip that one over and I'm going to use the back of that one. And then I'm going to position these on here to give myself a border. Now, to make sure that I at least give myself the best chance of a border, I'm going to just see now what the sizes are. So I think I've got about 1/4 inch. So I'm going to put this one down like that. Now with this adhesive sheet, it's basically you've got one chance, and so you need to just commit to it as best you can. There, I think I've got okay. And so then this one's going to go here, and then this one's going to go here. So I've got pattern, and then the the tone on tone. And I'm just going to line this one up. And I'm deliberately putting it all to the what will be the right hand side of my card, because then it will give me a chance to put my ribbon and my bow and everything, and it won't get lost in the pattern paper. So there's the pieces all laid down, and now we're going to dump the whole thing into our pot of leaf, gilded leaf. I'm just going to swish it around a bit just so it picks up as much as possible. Lovely. Now, you can see I've got some space there. I'm going to pick this piece over like this, and I'm just going to smooth it down so that it sticks to the adhesive. Okay, so we're just going to sort of smoosh it around until I get my maximum coverage. And don't freak out that it's not smooth. It's not supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to be well, a little bit rucked up, I suppose is the best way. So I'm making sure I smooth it down between my pieces of paper, designer series paper, like this. And then to clean the edges, I'm just using my piece of sponge back and forth. And I'm kind of giving it a bit of a scrub, because I found that if you scrub this, it kind of makes it shinier. I don't know if it's my imagination or what. Now, if you find that you've got some gaps, then you can always dip it back in, but I think I've smooshed everything around. And I'm trying as much as possible to work over my bin so that it catches all the bits, because those bits can be used for other projects. And so I can get rid of all of that on the back there, get that back in my pot. Especially the way as I said, I went through a whole pot. So keeping all the bits helps. Okay, so there we are. Hope you've been able to see that. I haven't had it out of camera shot while I was working on it. Okay, so there's our piece. Then I'm going to attach it to a piece of cardstock. And I just picked out the colours from my paper. So I've used Night of Navy for my card base, and this is Flirty Flamingo. I think that's Flirty Flamingo in there. But I've just picked those pieces out, and I'm going to use my liquid adhesive to stick it down. Normally I would use, you can use your Stampin' Seal or tape runner, or a glue stick, whatever works for you. There we go. And then I've got some really fine Night of Navy, well, only a little bit left by the look of it, some fine, really Night of Navy ribbon. This is from the Playing with Patterns. I'm going to use the piece of tape that was on there to stick it down. Trim that little piece off there. And then bring this over. And then I'm going to use a dimensional to hold it in place. Here we go. Like that. Or you can use a piece of adhesive tape, but I'm just going to use my dimensional to hold it in place. Then I'm going to put a dimensional on each corner and one in the middle. And then I'm going to place it on my card base like this. Just center it up as best I can. And then I have a natty little bow. Now I do have a video on how I do my bows, and there'll be a link on my blog. So if you follow the link below this video, it will take you to my blog, and it'll have all the information, the dimensions of my card pieces that I've used today, and designer series pieces. We're going to put a liner inside. I like to do that because that gives you something to write on. And then my final piece is my greeting. So as I said, I have used the Oval Occasions stamp set. Some really nice choices in here. I've chosen the Happy Birthday, but if you've got a baby shower coming up, this might be cute for Easter. A little treat for you, that could be for Easter as well, or that could even work for Halloween. And I've stamped it on a piece of Whisper White cardstock, punched it with the punch, and then on a piece of Night of Navy, and I'm going to pop that in the middle like that, and I am done. Now, I haven't put any other bling on it because I don't think it needs it. Here's an alternative using the Hydrangea Hill products, and there's my original. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this technique using the gilded leafing. As I say, look out for my other videos on using this product. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, and bye for now.